just turn around. That'd be awesome. Okay, my name is Erinle, and I'm a graphic designer, web developer, and entrepreneur. I'm here to tell you about learning, tech, coding, and something new and special. The story I'm about to tell you is a love story about education and technology. I was born in New York City to Nigerian parents. They came over for better opportunities and love. My mother first came for a visit when she was young and decided that she loved America, went back to Nigeria and found her way back. But she was dating my dad at the time, and he was head over heels for her and couldn't live without her, so he scraped up every penny that he had and found his way to America and to my mom. One of the main reasons that they came over, besides love, was for better opportunities. And my dad was pursuing a medical degree, my mom was pursuing a nursing degree, and along the way they had kids. And they made many sacrifices to afford us the best education possible. They made sure that we had all the tools that we needed to excel, and one of these tools was a computer. I remember being one of the few kids in the 80s and early 90s with a computer. Our first computer had 128K of RAM and only 20 megabytes of hard drive space. So my dad knew that computers were the future and that he wanted it in our lives. This began my love for computers, technology, and learning. Along with the computer, my dad bought educational games. I never knew that these games that I was playing were helping to prepare me for school. I was gaining problem solving and critical thinking skills and math and reading skills, all while having fun. And by the time I had entered elementary school, I had surpassed a lot of the curriculum that was set up for us in the classes. Let's fast forward to college. I went to 2 universities. I went to the University of South Carolina, and I first majored in computer engineering and pre-med. Let's just say that I found myself socializing too little, not sleeping enough, studying too much, and I found myself randomly crying from time to time. So it was time for a change, so I switched from both majors to just computer science. And computer science, also known as software programming, was pretty cool, but it was a little drab, and there were no user interfaces. So we were just writing a lot of code, and it was spitting back just text at us, which was just really annoying, and I kind of got fed up with it. So I took up elective classes such as photography and sign language to stir up my creativity and imagination. After USC, I attended Full Sail University in Orlando, Florida. And the school is based off of creativity, and I studied digital art and design, which was everything from typography to print design to 3D animation to film. But I really got my footing in Flash class. Although Flash is currently dying out, it was kind of hot stuff back in the day. So Flash Action Script got me hooked on coding. For the first time, I was actually seeing graphics move and interact because of the code that I was writing. It was fascinating and very different from the type of coding that I had done before. The coding that I had done at USC really didn't grasp me as well as I thought it would. But Full Sail taught me the importance of graphics and visuals to grasping even the smallest of concepts of a new subject. I had done well in school throughout the years, but I could have done better if there were more visuals and more interactive games such as the ones that I had played when I was so young. And I wish that there were organizations like Girls Who Code and Black Girls Who Code back then like we have now. And throughout all the years, things were happening in the background, computers and teaching. My dad and I were being complete nerds, and we started building our own computers together. In fact, the first computer that I took to school, to college, was one that we had built together. And during this time, the teaching bug had also hit me, and around the age of 15, I began tutoring other kids. I've been tutoring now for almost 15 years, and it's one of the most fulfilling things I've ever done in my life. With each student that I taught, I grew and grew as a learner and as a teacher. I taught subjects such as math, science, SAT and ACT prep, and web development, but more about that in a little bit. I realized through all the students that I taught that almost every student was a visual learner, whether it was seeing actual text, or words, or pictures or animations, it was all a type of visual learning. My most exciting and fulfilling subjects to teach were math and web development. Both require visuals, patience, persistence, and creativity. Visuals help to bring the written concept and the spoken aspects of teaching and learning together in ways that both sides of the brain can comprehend. Patience and persistence are key to continuing the pursuit of knowledge and the retention of information. And creativity opens all channels of the brain, which leads to the seed of new innovation, inspiration, invention, and even more creativity. You can apply these concepts of tutoring and of the subject of web development that I now tutor in. I started tutoring kids at the DevDev camp last summer, which is called Developing Developers. The kids caught on quite quickly, and it was quite invigorating. And through this process, a local parent found out about me teaching and wanted me to tutor his kids. And from this new connection, I gained more students. And one day I was talking to one of my friends, and I was passionately talking about web development and teaching and just the awesome students that I had. And he said, "Why don't you start a code school?" And a smile spread across my face, and I was really excited. And I was like, this is an awesome idea. So the plan was to start the first after-school code program ever known, Air Labs. Air Labs will be a new after-school code program that will cultivate a love for code and design with various web technologies for youth. We will teach HTML and CSS with a splash of JavaScript and PHP, and there will also be a design role that will play an important part in the program. This is an exciting time for youth in Chattanooga. What does Air Lab stand for? It stands for Aspire, Imagine, and Reason. And these are what I believe to be the three things that a great coder and designer needs. You need aspiration, the ability to aim for goals. You need imagination for the creation process, and you need reasoning skills to bring all of these things together. As I mentioned in the first slide, this has been a love story about education and technology. I am passionate about learning, teaching, and tech. I want others to have the opportunity to fall in love, especially youth. I am bringing together my skills and passions to create something new for the community. The Air Labs website is up and running. To find out more info, sign up for the newsletter and tell your friends and family. Technology, I want to stir a curiosity of love for technology and youth. The internet, websites, apps, technology, they aren't going anywhere anytime soon. Let's embrace it together. Thank you.